Yo, we're on episode 8 of the one-on-one interviews. Today, I'm with one of the best LFG shorts that LFG has to offer, OUTTCHEA. How's it going, man?
Bro, I'm doing great today, bro. I just enjoyed a Snickers bar, brother. Best Snickers bar of my life. Had the vein running through it and everything.
Okay. All right, my first question for you: what season and with which QB did you start playing LFG?
Man, I've been here way before LFG, bro. So I guess you could say season 1. But I started in season 4 of VFG. Like in the newer click to catch era.
Yeah. Which QB did you start it with?
My QB, my first, I guess it was Winter. I think I started with Winter. And then after that, the first QB that I ever committed to was Apache.
Alright. Sounds good. And then, who has been your favorite deep to play with, throughout your time in LFG, all the teams that you've been on?
It's probably Flight. I can't even lie. Flight and I had a perfect side for a whole year in a row. But if I have to go with now, I mean, you have some good deeps coming up. I mean, Patterns he's not bad. Yo's is probably my favorite right now. Jake Cologne isn't bad either. You have a lot of options. I'd like to get a season in with Law.
Alright. And then, who's a favorite QB that you've ever played for, by yourself?
Well, I think I made, the most rewarding is definitely Apache. But I feel like the one where it was, the most smooth ride because I wasn't the one co-managing the team. It kind of felt like I had to take a backseat. It was Chase. But, those two are my favorites for completely different reasons. Not one is better than the other. It just depends on what attributes we're talking.
Yeah. Alright. And then, I'm kind of going to put you on the spot here. Have you beefed with anybody or any, specific group in LFG or, any of these that you played in?
Oh, yeah. I beefed everybody. I beefed, I'm not a big fan of, name dropping or bringing people down now. But, I guess the first one was, Breezy. And Breezy and I would just sit and pack for hours. Multiple videos of me on YouTube, me and Breezy packing each other at 11 o'clock in the morning. No joke, we'd be in there from 11 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I guess it all started with James, I guess with the court beefing. And then it just evolved into me beefing the whole entirety of the group at a point. And then it expanded to Outlaws. And then everything's just kind of died down now. Nobody gives me a problem no more.
Alright.
No, nobody has been giving me a problem ever since I decided that I'm better off as an individual.
Yeah. And then, for those that don't know, could you explain what Outlaws is?
Outlaws is just a group. It's Azovan, Barnett, etc. I mean, that's pretty much the whole gist of it.
Alright. And then, if you wear a specific number in LFG, why do you wear it? Is there a reason behind it?
80 because Victor Cruz. I got into football because I watched Victor Cruz highlights.
Oh, okay. And then, what's the best defense in LFG? The best defense that you think has ever played that you've been a part of?
Season 9 Raven. Because I think the only weak point in that defense is probably Danny.
Yeah, he had a lot of interceptions, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, Danny had a lot of interceptions. He was just blowing coverage left and right compared to everybody else. But you had Connor and BBLA on the same team. It was prime Connor. Look, we have a guest here. My boy. I mean, you also had J-Fish, who's debatably a top MLB ever.
Yeah.
And then you have Chase at his best. And then, I mean, you have me and Flight on the same side. Then Joe's was also over there. But that was the best defense, and I think statistics back that one up as well.
Yeah, Danny had a lot of ints in season 9 as well. So same with Joe's, and Connor and BBLA were insane too.
Yeah.
All right, and then who's your go-to deep?
I mean, if we're going by success, it's either Flight or Law. Nobody really stands close to those two. I mean, Jose is also up there for me as well, but Flight and Law are the two most competent deeps to have played.
All right, and then
I mean Flight and Law. Sorry, I said Jose and Law.
Yeah, you're good. And then, do you think you're one of the best shorts, if not the best, to ever play short throughout LFG?
Of course.
Yeah. Think you're the full best, or do you think you're just
I genuinely just the best. I'm not even dick sucking myself. I think I'm the best right now. I think I'm the best that'll ever come out.
All right. And then, do you think there are new and like upcoming shorts at LFG? I asked just the same question, and if so, are you gonna name some of them? Like, are you able to?
Yeah, you have Pulse, you have Just. I mean, I think Just is still coming up. Because, I mean, I feel like every great player has to get tested, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like Falcon and Just are both new to the scene. Doesn't matter how many rings they win. It really comes down to when they get tested. And, like, I feel like they've kind of had a smoother ride than a lot of people. Falcon, you could definitely say, had a smoother ride because of those two champion teams. But he's still a great player. Like, those two are fucking amazing players. Just everybody gets tested. That is great. I mean, Snow is obviously one of them. Pulse is obviously one of them. I don't know why people hate, bro. Zodic might be a meme, but people actually like hate on him way too much.
Oh, I know.
I feel like he needs more love at every position he plays, like on some genuine shit. Not on some genuine shit. I mean, Maxi Bands, I feel like has done what he has showcased all of his skills. So, but Maxi Bands is also up there. So. There's a lot of people, but there's not enough people teaching. It's usually just Justin and I holding the fort down for people who want to newly learn the position, and that's it.
All right, and then have you ever been banned for anything in LFG in the past?
Bro, I've gotten banned so much, bro. I think I got banned like twice. Like I've gotten like perma banned twice, and then and then little bans here and there, like probably about 5-6 times. I've probably shown up in the ban logs. Like the most recent ban was like a 30-minute like projected perma ban because I spoke about Abdu Stone. I spoke about Abdu Stone and like what he was saying to other people in private messages. So that was like my most recent. But other than that, I mean, I haven't been banned in a while. But I was banned for doxing related things, I think. I don't know. Something people just like put their like name out there and then I repeat it and people get upset and they throw it in the ticket.
Alright, and then who do you think is one of the most overrated shorts like all time or in LFG in your opinion?
Honestly?
You're not taking shots at anybody, you're just giving an answer.
I mean, I don't feel like there's an overrated short, but I definitely feel like there's people who were great. Because it's not like backs anymore. Like, I honestly think if I was going to take a shot into the dark and say, like, this guy is not good, or like, well, okay, not this guy's not good, but this guy is not as good as people claim they are, I would have said backs. Like, if we're talking like a year or two ago.
Baxter Allen?
But now, yeah. But Bax was still good. He was just good. Yeah. So that's the kind of thing that trips me up. If you were going to talk to me about receivers that I've guarded, I'd be able to answer that question tenfold. But like, I feel as if like there's a lot of shorts that do their own thing. They just need to stop sticking to the tight end rollouts. Like, you see people like Vades will stick to like outside receiver like Lou, and then he'll get completed on 3 times, and then say that it's not on him because statistics prove it. Meanwhile, like the targets allowed is like very maximal, contrary to the statistics. Other than that, Vades is very good. You're not throwing on Vades in the red zone though. Any VC play is not getting past him.
Yeah. Alright. And then for like some of the new like the new gens that are looking at like listening to this, could you explain to them who Baxter Allen was?
Baxter Allen was Multiversal's receiver 1. You know what's funny? Multi is actually supposed to like return in next month. God. And Bax isn't like a bad player by any means, but he was integral to like Multiversal's like 3-season repeat of just winning every single game.
Damn.
Like I don't think Multi lost a game in 3 seasons.
Oh my god.
So everybody talking about like champ and stuff. No, we're including playoffs as well. Multi did not win. Multi did not lose for like 2.5 to 3 seasons.
That's crazy.
It was ridiculous.
Alright. And then what's been your favorite LFG team that you ever played for? It could be like a really good team or a friend team.
It was Ravens.
The Ravens?
It was most definitely the Ravens, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, and then would you say you've developed, like this isn't claiming people, like just saying like you helped them get better. Have you developed any like known new gen shorts with like people that are on the club?
I feel like I hate doing this stuff for my position. I can name people that I put on, and I can name a whole lot. But I feel like if we're gonna look at like people who watched me play and did study and take notes from me, I'd say Justin Seals were like 2 notable people who did that. Just was already a made man when I got into contact with him. I don't care what no one says. He already had 2 rings under his belt. I just helped him fix the like some holes in his gameplay. But other than that, he was already amazing. Like he really didn't need my help. He would have already gotten to this point. He's still good. He's still great. But like if we're talking people I put on, I gave Champion his first FO spot. I was the one to spot Champion in a side league. He originally in the VFG season 1, in the gap that LFG like got deleted, where me and Apache won the Super Bowl. For VFG season 2, we had Champion as their backup quarterback. After that, I got Champion his own FO spot in LFG, and the rest is history. I got him his first ring. BBLA is the same thing as well. I spotted him. I knew that he was known in OFL at the time. Just not a lot of people knew about him.
Yeah.
And I fought for him to get on this chase team over Denim, and he ended up joining over Denim. And BBLA is the only undefeated rookie ever. So like a legitimate rookie, not like some bullshit. Yeah. So, and then Apache. I feel like the rest is just like people who came up with me, and we all learned off of each other. So that'd be me, Law, Sourcey, etc., etc., etc. Like that whole original friend group.
Yeah. All right. And then, do you plan to be active in the coming seasons of LFG, if you have the time?
I'm not gonna be active in October. I'm gonna go on deployment. I'm gonna get deployed in October.
All right.
I've worked at some of the largest retailers in the planet.
We'll still have time while you're here then, right?
Yeah, I guess maybe.
Yeah.
I'll be in the Middle East by that time.
Oh damn.
Can't say much more than that.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. And then, what games outside of Roblox do you play, if you play any games outside of Roblox?
I played League for a very long time. Like I was very bad at League. I'm an ADC Draven main. I think I peaked like Platinum, almost Diamond MMR. And then I played Rust for a very long time as well. Other than that, I just sleep, watch videos, and go to the gym.
Yeah. Alright. Simple man, I like it. And then, what QB would you say has like taken advantage of you the most, if you can recall any QB doing so?
Like taking advantage in a bad way or a good way?
Bad way.
Like you don't. Oh. I don't think nobody took advantage of me. I don't think like I've ever let myself get taken advantage of, like my talent or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't feel neglected on any sort of team. The most that'll happen is I feel like I'm not listened to, and then we end up losing a game, either because I end up freaking out or like everybody else ends up freaking out. So.
Yeah. All right. And then this is all opinion. This question is opinion based. Who do you think is the smartest receiver routing wise, like that you ever seen to ever play the game?
There's a lot, man. I mean, obviously I'm cocky. I'll put myself in that conversation, but if we're going by smart people, I mean, you gotta throw X in there. Jfish, X, possibly Flight, but I haven't seen, like when I played with Flight and he was my slot, we would play off of each other. And him and I were the first two to really crack cover 2, which was a 7v7 meta at the time that we were doing it. But I'd say, like, if you're gonna put anyone up there, I guess X, Tripwire, Flight, Jfish, me. I think a lot of other top receivers are more mechanical than like the other more like knowledgeable veterans that are here. It's like I think Bobo had some of the greatest mechanics ever. Like Bobo was raw. He was raw dogging everybody, but I don't think he was as smart as me, X, or you know what I mean? But Bobo, it doesn't matter if you're Bobo, because throw that ball up, all that knowledge goes out the fucking window.
Yeah. Alright. And then this I'm gonna put you on the spot here. You're just not taking shots at anybody, but who do you think is the makiest wide receiver to be in the Hall of Fame? I can name some for you if you want.
I got Worry and Danny. Actually, no, not Danny. Hold on. Actually, let me look at the Hall of Fame.
I can tell
I'm
you.
I'm in the history server right here. I'm looking at it right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. Actually, D-Dank.
D-Dank? Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna put
Brian?
Yeah, okay, so here's the reason why, Brian. I feel like, so during the time where he was inducted, his argument was that he ulted for 2 Super Bowls or something like that, and then he left the league for like 2 other rings, and that he never came back. But he should have those rings because he didn't even play in the Super Bowl, let alone the postseason. But, you know what I mean? And then he was also a big associate with like the original friend group of me, Kashi, Spizzy.
Oh, yeah.
Max, or A-Bot as he was known as the time, and like that's what blew him up. And it was really just what season was this? Season 12?
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
He was doing stuff in like season 5 through season 3 through like 7. That's when he was really doing stuff. But like other than that, bro, if he's not like no life in the game, bro, he's not good. Like I just don't think that he's really that good. I'm taking D-Dank as like the worst Hall of Famer.
All right.
You can put that on my tab and stamp it.
All right. And then this is my last question for you before you go. Do you think LFG has a bright future as of right now?
Bro, I don't understand why like older people like kind of like don't vouch for newer players. It just never like hit my head like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people just want to stay traditional and not embrace what's going on in the advancements. Like when I heard about scheming, the first thing I did was obviously reject it, but like I wanted to learn about it more and more, and the more that I realized that I was already routing in sort of a scheme sense, made me realize that like, oh, I had it down all along. I was just revoking it because a lot of my good friends were saying it.
Yeah.
I mean, we can go more like who was my hardest receiver that I ever guarded and stuff like that. There's definitely a lot of good receivers that I could have guarded. Jumping back to your Hall of Fame question.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll do another question then. Who's the hardest receiver, like routing wise, at full that you've ever had to like guard, or like two players that split you like really hard in games?
Bro, not enough people talk about when we played in season 9. I think the biggest our worst game that we ever had was against Radiance's Raiders, because Joe's ended up having to catch a toss for that, and I was guarding Kami. I think Kami's good. I don't know why a lot of people sleep on Kami. He was the original int leader, and he came seasons after like the number 2 spot, and he had to overtake the number 2 spot. I don't know who it was, but I just know he was there. Yeah. And Kami just played amazing. He played out of his mind. And Radiance obviously knew how to split zones, being from OFL, being a seasoned quarterback. So that's pretty much it, man. I mean, X also was pretty hard to guard. X and J-Fish, they kind of swap off of each other. They were pretty hard to guard. I guarded Flight man-to-man, who a lot of people call the best receiver, like routing-wise. I mean, he was pretty difficult. But, I mean, other than that, everybody else is easy. Nobody else lines up on the fold anymore. Nobody else good.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for coming on here, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
All right. We'll see y'all next
Peace.
time.